Picture this. You're at a dinner party, surrounded by friends, the air filled with laughter and the clinking of glasses. Everyone seems relaxed, enjoying the evening, and you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Suddenly your partner turns to you and accuses you of forgetting something important. A bill, a phone call, maybe even an anniversary. The mood shifts, and all eyes are on you. But you know, without a doubt, that you handled it. You remember doing it, and you're sure you're right. You even have proof, right there on your phone. The evidence is clear, and you're ready to set the record straight. Confidently, you show your partner the evidence, expecting the argument to end right then and there, thinking logic will win the day. But instead of relief, her face hardens. The atmosphere grows tense, and you sense things are about to get worse. She snaps, "That's not the point. You always make me feel crazy." Her voice trembles with emotion, and the room goes quiet. Now, it's no longer about the bill or the call. It's about your attitude, your history together, and most of all, her feelings in that moment. The guests turn their attention to her, offering sympathy and support, while your evidence is ignored, almost invisible. Tears and emotion draw more attention than any fact or screenshot ever could. The room is on her side now. You came prepared with logic, but you walk straight into an emotional ambush. The rules have changed, and you're left reeling. Suddenly, you're painted as the bad guy, and you can't even figure out how it happened. You feel isolated and misunderstood. This isn't just a dinner party problem. It happens everywhere. Men armed with facts, outmaneuvered by emotion. Relationships aren't courtrooms, and logic isn't always the winning strategy. The person who shapes the emotional narrative, who gets others to feel what they feel, is the one who wins the moment. The more you double down on your facts, the colder and more distant you seem to everyone else at the table. You lost before you even started, not because you were wrong, but because you played the wrong game. To truly win, you need to understand the real game. Mastering social dynamics, reading the room, and connecting emotionally, not just relying on logic. Why do logical arguments fail against emotion? Because you've fallen into the logic trap. People are emotional first, rational second. When emotions run high, facts don't register. It's like you're broadcasting on AM, but they're tuned to FM. Your facts sound like static. They don't feel heard. Trying to fix things with logic feels like dismissal to them. The real argument isn't about the bill. It's about respect, being heard, feeling cared for. The more you insist on logic, the more you prove their emotional point. You care more about being right than about them. Each fact you present digs you deeper. From the outside, you look like the aggressor, not the problem solver. Emotional high ground always wins in relationships. Tune into their frequency before you try to change the station. Here's a powerful tactic, adopting the victim posture. When someone feels they're losing, they shift to being the injured party, often unconsciously. Tears, raised voices, or hurt expressions change the rules instantly. Now you're the aggressor, and the original issue is forgotten. The focus is on their pain and your supposed role in causing it. This taps into our instinct to protect the vulnerable, hijacking the social situation. If you keep arguing, you look heartless. If you apologize, you accept blame. The victim posture creates a no-win scenario for the logical party. You're playing chess, but they've flipped the board and declared victory. Recognizing this tactic is the first step to regaining control. Why do people rally around the emotional person, even when facts say otherwise? It's about social survival. In groups, our instincts are tuned to pick up on distress and vulnerability, not just logic or evidence. When someone displays strong emotion, it signals to everyone that something is wrong and needs immediate attention. Humans are wired to maintain group harmony. Our ancestors survived by sticking together, and that meant smoothing over conflict quickly, even if it meant ignoring uncomfortable truths. Emotional outbursts are distress signals. They're like alarms that trigger the group's protective instincts. The group's instinct is to soothe the upset person and restore peace. This is often done automatically, without much thought. Comforting the distressed is easier than investigating the truth. It's a shortcut to keeping everyone together and avoiding deeper conflict. The calm, logical person seems self-sufficient. The emotional one broadcasts vulnerability. People assume the logical person can handle things alone, while the emotional person appears to need help. People perform emotional triage, not fact-checking. The priority is to stop the emotional bleeding, not to analyze who's right. In the workplace, if a colleague gets upset and claims you were harsh, the boss will likely comfort them and tell you to watch your tone. This isn't about justice. It's about keeping the peace and preventing disruption. The boss wants harmony, not drama. Leaders are often judged by how smoothly their teams function, not by how fairly every dispute is resolved. The path of least resistance is to placate the emotional party. It's faster, easier, and feels safer for everyone involved. It's not about fairness, it's about stability. The group's survival depends on minimizing conflict, even if it means overlooking the facts. People protect visible weakness to keep the group intact. Vulnerability draws support, while strength is often left to stand alone. Logic rarely wins against emotion in social settings. The group's instinct is to prioritize feelings over facts, even if it seems irrational. Understanding this helps you stop expecting fairness and start playing smarter. When you see these dynamics, you can navigate them with more awareness and less frustration. If logic fails and arguing makes you the villain, what works? Define your own frame. Your frame is your emotional reality, your perspective. A strong frame is controlled by you, not by others' emotions. When someone brings emotional chaos, don't let it shake your foundation. Stay calm and composed. That's your power. Internal dominance isn't about controlling others, it's about self-control. Acknowledge their emotion without accepting their reality. Say, "I see you're upset," without taking blame. Be the lighthouse in their storm, steady, calm, and unshaken. True power is being the calmest person in the room. When you hold your frame, others are drawn to your stability. Eventually they'll enter your frame of calm. You win by being water to their fire, not more fire. How do you do this in real life? Start by not reacting. Take a breath. When you feel tension rising, pause for a moment and let yourself reset. This simple act can make all the difference, giving you a chance to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. Don't get defensive or raise your voice. Even if the other person is emotional or loud, keep your tone steady and your body language relaxed. This helps de-escalate the situation and shows you're in control of yourself. Don't rush to present evidence. Just maintain your composure. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simply listen and let the other person express themselves without interruption. This signals you won't be pulled into drama. You're holding your frame. Your calm presence can influence the entire dynamic of the conversation. Next, acknowledge their emotion, not their accusation. Recognize what they're feeling without validating any unfair claims. Use phrases like, "I can see you're upset," without agreeing with their claims. This shows empathy, but keeps you grounded in your own perspective. This shows you're listening and separates feelings from facts. People want to feel heard, and this approach helps diffuse tension. Then, calmly state your position or set a boundary. Be clear and direct, but always respectful. Say, "That wasn't my intention. Let's talk when we're both calm." Taking a break can prevent things from spiraling out of control. Or, "I understand you're upset, but we need to focus on a solution." This keeps the conversation productive and goal-oriented. Redirect the conversation or pause it until emotions settle. Sometimes, the best way to move forward is to step back for a moment. If escalation continues, calmly walk away. I won't have this conversation while you're yelling. This isn't weakness, it's strength. Your peace is non-negotiable, and you have the right to protect it. You set the terms for respectful, calm discussion. By staying composed, you inspire others to do the same and create space for real understanding and resolution. What do you really want? To be right or to earn respect? Chasing every logical win makes you look insecure and damages relationships. True power isn't in proving points, but in self-control. The man who stays calm in chaos earns lasting respect. People may resent your composure at first, but over time, they'll see you as reliable. This is a skill. Practice it. You'll fail sometimes, but learn and improve. Every conflict is a chance to strengthen your emotional discipline. Let go of needing to be right. Aim to control yourself instead. Master your emotions, and you become immune to manipulation. You stop being a pawn and become the master of your own game. This is the path to real influence and quiet confidence. The real win isn't proving a point. The real win is becoming the man who doesn't have to.